So anyone who plays video games knows who Sonic the Hedgehog is. He's the blue blur, he's the fastest thing alive, he's annoying, he's the cheapest character in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. But I'm a hardcore Sonic fan, and when playing Sonic, I admit there are a lot of times where I'm just confused as to what's happening, or why did something happen, or I just generally go, what the f***? Now this is my personal list of top 10 what the f*** moments in Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm gonna be honest, this whole entire segment was only gonna be Knuckles, but after playing Angel Island Zone for a little bit, I realized there's a little bit more what the fuckery going on here. First of all, the stage is on fire! I'm on fire! I'm not on fire! I'm a bubble! I'm not a bubble! No!
I'm over there.
As the first level in Sonic Adventure, Emerald Coast does something awesome. It picks up the Sonic the Hedgehog vibe in 3D almost flawlessly. The scenery in this level is really pretty too. Look at the water and look at the whale in the background. But I guess Sonic made some stupid comment about that whale being a fish instead of a mammal. Because that whale gets fucking pissed! City Escape has got to be one of my most favorite Sonic the Hedgehog levels. To messing up trucks, to messing up robots, to doing some tricks, to grinding on rails, and the freaking music. Oh my god, this song, I know all the lyrics to it. I have the freaking soundtrack to the game just because of this song. What the fuck is that? At the end of the level, you go under this little thing and then this freaking truck just starts chasing after you. It's... When I saw this when I was like 4 years old, I nearly shit myself. I mean, look at this. What the fuck? Sonic Generations saw the return of a lot of classic Sonic the Hedgehog levels, including City Escape. You can still do awesome tricks, and there's a couple of secrets put in there for people who want new content.
Rolling around at the speed of sound. Got places to go, gotta follow my way.
But this time, we all know what's coming at the end. The truck, right? Now, you finally get to the truck, and you're expecting it this time, but because the truck itself wasn't subtle enough, they had to add hacksaws at the top of it. Okay, that's alright too, but once you finally think you got away from the truck, it can fly now! What the fuck? Number 5 has got to go to Sky Chase Act 1. Now, why? Well, first of all, let's just talk about the little level itself. Sonic Adventure's gameplay style is exactly what you think of when you think of a 3D Sonic. It's just basic and whatnot, and then you play Sky Chase and it gives you a new gameplay style. You're on Tails' plane, the Tornado, and you're pursuing the egg carrier, Eggman's ship. The level takes about 3 minutes to beat, and when you finally do, you're all excited, you think you're probably gonna board the egg carrier, But no. No, you just get shot down. That in itself was a little bit of a what the f moment, but what happens after this, the cutscene, it's just kind of creepy.
Tails? Tails! You're not who I'm looking for. Oh, I wonder if he's okay.
Alright, if you don't get what I mean by creepy, think about this. Sonic was sitting there, like, just fainted on the floor, and this plastic dollish looking girl is just standing over there watching him. You still don't get it? Let me recut this clip a little bit for you.
Tails? Tails! You're not who I'm looking for. Oh, I wonder if he's okay.
I just want to start this off by saying, I like Shadow the Hedgehog. I think in Sonic Adventure 2, he had a decent story arc, but it ended with him dying. That should be the end of him. They brought him back in Sonic Heroes, but they hinted that he wasn't the original Shadow. They hinted that he was a new android. And that was okay, because it wasn't the original Shadow. Then this game came along, gave him a gun for some reason, made him ride vehicles for some reason, had to kill Sonic. But wait, there were multiple endings. So technically Sonic didn't die. We found out Shadow was actually an android. But wait, there were multiple endings. So we found out Shadow wasn't an android. But wait, there were multiple endings. So Shadow is evil now. But wait, there were multiple endings. So Shadow was good now. But wait, there was one definitive ending. All those multiple endings had no freaking meaning. And if you're getting confused as to what I'm talking about, then I'm doing a good job. Because nobody knows what the fuck Shadow the Hedgehog is. Like, what? No. 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 He's dead. He shouldn't have a gun. He... I find it funny how if there are any Sonic the Hedgehog fans out there, you all just cringed. For those of you who don't know, every fandom has their moment they like to forget. Star Wars had the Phantom Menace. The Simpsons had the Principal in the Popper. Dragon Ball Z had Dragon Ball Evolution. Avatar The Last Airbender had The Last Airbender. And Sonic the Hedgehog fans have Sonic 06. I'm not going to get into why this game is such a travesty, but I'll give you a couple examples. Here's Dr. Eggman. His design. He's silly looking, right? No, here's his design for this game.
A pleasure to meet you at last, Princess of Soliana. I am Dr. Eggman. I've come here to obtain the secret of the flames of disaster from you, and to take the miracle gems that are the key to its secret, the Chaos Emerald.
He's realistic looking, and by doing that, he's disgusting. Just looking at him, it makes me disgusted in this game, because I'm imagining a realistic Dr. Eggman sitting in a room with me, and I just imagine this greasy, smelly old man, and he's... Sonic the Hedgehog 06. We're continuing with this. It had a very weird plot to it, and I couldn't even start to explain to you what that plot is without going on for 3 hours because it's so complicated and not belonging in a Sonic game that it's weird and whatever. But it did introduce Mephiles, who I really wish they treated better because whereas Dr. Eggman's supposed to be a silly villain, Mephiles is dark and evil, and he just killed Sonic. Okay, in a game called Sonic the Hedgehog, why do you kill your main character in the final act of the game? Alright, but here's the moment. And Sonic fans just all exited out of this video right now because no one wants to see this. And honestly, when making this list, this was the first thing that came to mind. When making this whole list, this was the one I didn't want to include because I thought it would be too obvious. But I have to. It's literally just... I'm cringing literally saying this. I'm getting goosebumps talking about this. How Sonic's resurrected. It's just watch.
You have given me so many things. Now it is my time to return the favor. I care not what happens to me, but please heed my voice. Sonic, come back. To me. To us.
Boys, you can't be in prison for watching an interspecies sex act. You guys will walk. The most I'll get will be a fine for animal abuse and a lot of disgusted looks from asswipe conservatives who can't appreciate sexual exploration. Hey.
Why wouldn't you just talk to me? What could I have done as a fan to prevent this? Originally, that last one was going to be number 1. I honestly couldn't find anything weirder in the Sonic series than that. That just made me go, what the f***? Until I remembered Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. The Chao Garden. It was beautiful. It added replayability to the game. A lot of replayability to the game. Honestly, they could release an updated Chao Garden to Xbox Live with no Sonic game attached, and plenty of people would buy it because the Chao system was so elaborate. You could play as each character in the game, and depending on what character you play as would depend on how your Chao turns out, and you could raise them, and it was cool. Then I remember something. Hey, you can play as Dr. Eggman in this game. And honestly, I like playing as Dr. Eggman in this game. His levels are fun and designed well. I wouldn't say the same for Tails. Tails plays exactly the same as Dr. Eggman, but his levels suck. It's weird. Wait, if I could play as every character in the Chao Garden, I could play as Eggman. What? You play as Eggman out of his mech in the Chao Garden. And I have to say, I think he's faster than all of the characters. Another thing weird about Eggman is I think they forgot to record some of his English dialogue for the Chao Garden. Because listen to everyone else in the Chao Garden.
Don't worry, buddy. No, there.
Everything will be okay. So cute.
Now listen to Eggman. Eggman, stop that. Eggman, stop it. Ooh, stop. Look at him. This is really surreal playing as Eggman. And there have been hacks of this game where they took Eggman from this and they put him in the actual game. And that's even more. If this was actually possible in the game, this would be number 0 and beat number 1 because this is, oh my god. All right. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if not, then go away. Shoot. I don't want to hear this. But yeah, I've been a hardcore Sonic fan ever since I can remember. Sonic 3 was one of the first video games, if not the first video game I ever played. And although I know that's my first Sonic game, I actually don't remember my initial reactions to the game. Anyways, if you can't get enough of me, be sure to subscribe and follow me on Twitter, I guess, if you want. It's a little lame, but on Twitter.